My name is Leek-Palmer and I'd like to welcome you to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be submitting my recipe for Brussels sprouts and cream sauce for the first category for the event. I must tell you that I'm very excited about this event. I haven't always been this person who's loved to cook or who could cook. I was always sort of like hit or miss. I had a wake-up call a couple years back when my son was about 5 years old. I was in my office looking for a job, and I was looking at Cal State Long Beach's website. And he came over and he looked at, he noticed that I was looking at Cal State Long Beach website. And he looked at me and he said, "Mom, you need to get a job with computers. You can't work in the lunchroom." So as you know, kids will say the darndest things, but a lot of times, and most of the time, it is the truth. So I realized at that point that I needed to improve my ratio on the hit or miss on my cooking. I needed to slow down, stop doing too many things, just really focus on the cooking. I was too busy trying to multitask, and in the process of that, I got a lot of misses. So I am happy to tell you now, little girls tell me that, "Mom, you should come and cook in our lunchroom in our school." So that's a huge improvement from years ago. So let's get to my recipe. I am going to make Brussels sprouts in a decadent cream sauce using Philly cream cheese, of course. Now, my Brussels sprouts I've prepared a little bit already. I've taken the outer shell off of them, and these are fresh ones, and I have about 20 here. And I've also cut the ends off of them. I'm going to boil them about 3 to 5 minutes, probably more close to 3 minutes, in low sodium chicken stock to try to get rid of some of the bitterness that Brussels sprouts have. So in addition to my Philly cream cheese, I'm going to add some diced potatoes to the dish. Leeks are going to make it a really savory dish, so I'm going to use those instead of onions. Butter, bacon, which is really going to help with the cream cheese and the sauce. And I'm going to top it off with a little Parmesan pecorino cheese. So I'll be back in 2 minutes and we'll get started. Thanks so much, and thank you for coming to my kitchen. While I was cooking the bacon, I also was preparing my yellow Dutch baby potatoes, and I boiled them for 3 to 5 minutes in the same low sodium chicken broth that I boiled the Brussels sprouts in. The Brussels sprouts right now are in an ice bath right now so that they can stop cooking from after being here in the chicken broth. We're going to put in our butter into the hot pan here, and we're going to get about 2 tablespoons of butter and put it right into the pan here. So we get that going. And make sure our pan is still on like a low to medium heat so we can get the butter all nice and melted. Once the butter melts, we are going to add the leeks. Now the leeks, I've already prepared the leeks. I've cut them, I've cleaned the leeks first. And you got to be really careful when you're working with leeks because there's a lot of dirt in there. So I have about a cup here, and I'm going to add that to the butter and bacon. Let the leeks start to get soft and let them pick up some of the flavoring from the bacon. Okay, so they're looking pretty good now. So now we're going to add our Philadelphia cream cheese. And again, check your heat. Make sure it's on about a 4 heat so that the cream cheese can melt slowly and obviously not burn. So smelling so good. While I'm working on this cream sauce, I have the Leeks, and I've added the Philadelphia cream cheese, and I'm loosening it up with the broth from the potatoes, the chicken stock. Okay, so while I'm doing that, I'm also taking the Brussels sprouts that I had from the ice bath, and I cut them in half, and I put them in a pan here that just has butter, and I just want to brown them. So I'm going to place these in the pot here, and then I'm going to pull the camera in so you can get a closer look. Oh good, you just want, there you go. That's the way you want it to look. You want it to have a little bit of color, like that. So again, I'm taking a look. The Brussels sprouts are coming along good. While they're in the pot here, we're going to add a little bit of sea salt, fresh cracked pepper, okay. And now we're ready to put everything together. How this is looking. Now you're just gonna stir it all together, make sure Brussels sprouts and the potatoes are all covered in this delicious cream cheese and leek sauce. The last thing you want to do is add your Parmesan cheese. This is ready to plate. We are going to put it in a nice dish and we'll be done. Now for the moment we've all been waiting for, my Brussels sprouts with potatoes and leek cream cheese sauce. We are going to top it off with a little of the pecorino Parmesan cheese and some of the crumbled bacon. Make sure we get some of everything. Really creamy. And the Brussels sprouts aren't bitter at all. Alright, well, while I finish this and wash it down with a little sangria, we'll see you guys next time. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoy my recipe. Cheers.